Okay. Hey there, man. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to LaGrange College Football on the radio. We're here at Johnny's Pizza here on Lafayette Parkway. We're across from LaGrange Mall, and we're excited to bring you a great show tonight. We had to postpone the show a little bit. We had, of course, Hurricane Irma come into the area. Difficult for a lot of folks. We're very happy to be on the other side of that. And if you're listening to us on the radio, hopefully you got power and everything's restored at your homes. But tonight we're changing things up a little bit. I've got Coach Earl Chambers joining us tonight. Coach, we let Coach Pardue have the night off. He said, just do Mondays. But Coach Chambers, is glad to have you tonight.
I appreciate it. It's good to be here.
Now, Coach, tell everybody your role there with the team and what you coach.
Well, I'm the defensive coordinator. I coach the secondary, assistant head football coach. It's going on my fourth year, and glad to be here. And things have is getting better for us. Coach Pardue has been a huge part in where we're going, and guys are responding and they're buying in.
One of the things you and I were talking about before the broadcast today is one of the things that Coach Pardue really wants to do is establish a legacy. He wants these guys to stay with the program, come in as freshmen, stay with sophomores, stay as juniors, and to graduate large numbers of seniors, because it's a whole lot different putting 20, 21-year-old men on the field as opposed to 17 and 18-year-old young men.
Absolutely. That's our long-term goal. We want to be able to grow these kids up, and hopefully, in a few years we get a senior class that has not just 5 guys. We want them to have 25, 30 guys. And if we can get to that point, we're going to be really good.
We're going to talk a lot about the game this past week against Barry in a little bit. But one of the things I wanted to mention, we talked about seniors. You've got one senior kind of leading things. So this past week, Jamal Shakir really stepped up in this ball game against Barry.
He sure did. He absolutely balled up, and he's a guy that he has some adversity. He came in last year with a knee injury, didn't play very much, and sophomore year didn't play very much. Now he's getting an opportunity. He's taking advantage of it, and some of the younger guys are looking to him in terms of leadership, and he's done a great job. Hopefully we can get that response this weekend as well. Another
name that you hear a lot is Fabian Ryan. I think one of your big leaders on the defense. They're telling us to take a break. We're going to take a quick break. We'll get into all that. I got notes, man. I got notes. I'm ready to go. But right now you're listening to LaGrange College Football, the Coaches Show, live here from Johnny's Pizza. We're across from LaGrange Mall right here on Lafayette Parkway. You're listening to it right here on Eagle Sports. Record that? But not to me. Don't get rid of my wings. All right. They threw my wings away last week. Bad. Okay. I've been texting them. They haven't won one yet. Crystal did Fernando on Saturday Night Live. Welcome to the Fernando. Yes, you look marvelous out there. You look marvelous out there. You don't, but he does. Yep. You know what's bad is that I was just you talk about Brewer and all them. I used to call them on the radio. So no, that's some meat moving around. Well, welcome back to the Coaches Show live here from Johnny's Pizza here in LaGrange, Georgia. We're on Lafayette Parkway across from LaGrange Mall, and it's LaGrange College version. Right now we're going to take this break to talk about some Johnny's Pizza. I got Scott here. He's got the new general manager here at Johnny's Pizza here in LaGrange. Introduce him to us, folks. You cut yourself off. Good job.
No.
Well, let's see. Microphones have always been my favorite thing on this show. All right, that's on now, and a little tap. Try and cut it up a little bit. And we still don't have it. That's okay. We'll get it just a second. Here, a little tap. There you go. Try it now. Try it.
All right.
There we go.
Okay. Well, welcome back, guys. I know we're a little late. A lot of people didn't know we were doing it here tonight. But I want to introduce you to Chris Smith. He's our new GM. We have Kim here, too.
I heard she's loud. Is that true?
Yeah, she's the loudest one here. She really doesn't need a microphone. But anyway, this is Chris. He will be taking care of everybody from this point forward. So I'm going to let him talk for a few minutes. And
Chris' eyes just got this big. Well, Chris, welcome. We'll be doing this on Monday nights here, of course, all through the season with all four of our shows with LaGrange College, and then we'll have, of course, Callaway, LaGrange High School, and then Troop High School. How long have you been working with Johnny's Pizza?
I've been here about 3.5 weeks now.
All right, so about 3.5 weeks working with them. Really, Scott and I have talked about how things have really kind of improved. The food's coming out great. Everything's tasting great. You're going to continue that tradition, I'm sure.
Absolutely. I mean, we're working with everybody, trying to get everybody on the same page.
That's really loud. All right. Come and find the button that worked over there. All right.
Yeah, it didn't like me, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean,
we're trying to wake up the folks in the back.
Right, right.
Brandon Brooks just got here. We want to make sure he was paying attention.
Yeah, we're just working with the kitchen and the front of the house, trying to get them all on the same page, getting the food coming out, quickly and right, and, tasting good.
Well, I tell you what, we've had a great evening so far. Two of my children were here tonight with us, and we had a great meal, and looking forward to continuing that tradition on. And Chris will be with you each week and get folks excited about things here at Johnny's Pizza.
Good.
All right,
Good. Absolutely.
Well, listen, we're going to go ahead and take another break. When we come back, we got lots more to talk about as we get ready for more LaGrange College football right here on Eagle Sports.
Well, it started working there at the end really well.
Thank you, guys.
1 2 1 2 3. Hello, 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 1 2. It's Eagle 1 2 3. Hello, 1 2 1 2 3. Hello, 1 2 1 2. One two one two one two 1 2 1 2 1 2. It is Eagle 1 2 3. Hello, 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Came to me crying one day, and I said, "Look, it's not this year. It's next. Okay, I'm sorry. Next year. I knew I'd seen it somewhere, so it must be next year. But she came to my office and was crying about it. And I said, "Darling, we're not going to cry in college. This is your life now. If you don't like it, let's step away. You're not on scholarship. Right.
1 2.
Walk on. You kind of force yourself on them. Yeah, she didn't recruit you, so she's not. Welcome back to the Coach's Corner. We're live here at Johnny's Pizza in LaGrange, Georgia. We're across from the LaGrange Mall, and we're having a great time. Coach Earl Chambers has joined us tonight to talk about LaGrange College football. Coach, let's reflect back. We traveled down to Valhalla Stadium in Barry, a really nice stadium. Mm-hmm. I think this is the third year they've had that stadium. Coach K, that had been with LaGrange College several years back, down there as the head coach, we come away with a tough loss, 28-14, but the big play, I think, is the thing that from a defensive standpoint that's really kind of getting us right now.
That's correct. Going into this game, we knew Barry was going to be a tough opponent. The thing I stressed in practice all week is making sure we stay on top of our routes. And, we couple plays we were on top of the route and they beat us underneath.
Right.
And the next two times, we just got beat. But we're young. We got to get better. We got to understand situations, and in those type situations, we do not. It was both times third down, and we need to look forward to getting off the field, making sure we ensure we get off.
Well, and something that's kind of changed from a culture standpoint that as Coach Pardue's come in is that your offense is giving you some rest time that you didn't always have. There was a lot of excitement with the air raid offense, and we had fun with that. But a lot of times you're 6 plays, and then the defense is back on the field.
Right.
They're putting points up, but the defense was not getting the rest. But right now I'm looking at time of possession from this last ball game. 38 minutes for LaGrange to 21. So our offense is definitely staying on the field a lot longer.
Yes, believe me, I'm the first person to say I'm enjoying it. Coming out of a game and you're playing anywhere from 50 to 60 snaps, that's pretty good on defense. And the thing is, we cannot allow the explosive plays to happen. We get a lot of rest, so being fatigued is not an issue for us. It's just a matter of understanding situations, getting off the field on third downs. And our opposing teams now are taking more shots down the field because they don't get the ball as long.
That's true.
So, the philosophy has changed a little bit.
Well, something else that's neat to me, too, is that you play a lot of guys on your defense. It's not just 11 to 15 guys that you keep. Sometimes it's almost like a hockey change, line change in a hockey game. You just roll another front forward down, and it's situational a lot of times.
It is. We go into a game, we have at least 3 packages, including our sub packages. Each down and distance, it could be a different package on the field, and it also depends on their personnel too. So our goal is to play everybody we travel. We travel with at least 30 guys on defense. Everybody has a role, and we're just trying to get everybody to understand their role and buy in. And hopefully, we can get a victory this weekend if we do that. We talked about
retention and keeping those guys for a long time, and them staying with the program. That's the main thing that keeps a kid with the program.
That's correct.
He sees time on the field.
Time on the field, being productive on the field, and just being overall coachable. Coach Pardue, he talks about that a lot. Be coachable, have fun. And we're trying to get our guys to understand that concept.
Well, it is a lot of fun. Y'all will be traveling this week, heading over to Methodist. How long a trip is that for y'all?
It's about 6 hours.
Okay.
6 hours.
So y'all head out tomorrow?
We're going to leave at 9:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll stop and eat around 3 o'clock and get to the hotel in time enough to have special team meetings, defensive meetings, go over some last-minute tips and reminders, and hopefully, put them to bed and wake up in the morning and go play.
I think that a lot of people don't really realize that even for a Division III football team, there's a whole lot of meetings and activities that go on that's not just a basic, 2-hour practice in the afternoon. You and I were talking a little bit ago. You've been in an office working on stuff pretty much all day long.
All day, every day. And it don't stop. Behind the scenes is a real job. We're actually – before the players get there, they don't realize how much we put into it, So, when we get to see them on the field, that's our time to really, interact with them, not in a playful manner, but, it's time to work, that attitude.
Well, you want to take all of that work that you've done pre-wise and see it come to fruition there on the field.
Correct. And, and the thing is, we don't have very much time, One thing Coach Pardue is getting used to is the 20-hour rule, so we don't have very much time on the field. So we need to get our business done, and we need to get off the field. We need to feel good when practice over is that it was productive. And that's the thing our guys don't realize sometimes. Being young, you take things for granted. But the older we get, I think we've had a good week of practice too. So I feel really good about going into this game.
Well, of course, we'll be taking on Methodist coming up this weekend. One of the things about that is it begins the conference schedule.
That's right.
For people who like high school sports, you usually play 4 in your non-region, then you jump into your region after your 4th game. But y'all just have 2 out of conference, and then you jump right into the conference schedule.
That's correct. It's going to be a long 8 weeks, and it's all conference play. Like I say, anything can happen, and we preaching to our guys going into conference. We would have liked to won both those out of conference games, but now going into the conference, we got a different mindset. We want to try to win the conference. That's our goal.
Well, and I think it's something that you could definitely do. I was looking at just kind of how the conference is looking right now. We got 4 teams, actually 5 counting us, that have not won a ball game so far. You've got Averett, Brevard, North Carolina Wesleyan, but Methodist that will be taking on this weekend has not won either.
Correct.
Right now, Ferrum is the only team in the conference that has won both of their out-of-conference games. So, I think the conference is wide open.
It is wide open, and like I say, it's 1 week at a time. You got 2 teams coming into this game Saturday. Desperately want to win. I think the team that's going to come out of this victoriously is the team that plays in all 3 phases. We got to be good in all 3 if we expect to win.
We're going to take another break. We'll come back. We're going to talk a little bit more about the upcoming Methodist game, reflect back on Berry. Also look at some more conference standings. We've got some guys that are doing some outstanding things in the conference as well. But right now you're listening to LaGrange College Football right here on Eagle Sports. Well, welcome back to the Coaches Show live here from Johnny's Pizza here in LaGrange, Georgia. We're across from LaGrange Mall right here on Lafayette Parkway, and we're having a great time tonight. We invite you to come on out. It is a Thursday night, a little bit different. We had Monday night is when we usually do the show here at Johnny's Pizza, but, of course, Hurricane Irma came in, and the schools, of course, were not in session both Monday and Tuesday. Coach, how did that affect y'all's practice schedule this week as y'all were getting ready for Methodist?
Not very much. We're trying to stay focused. Obviously, the weather plays a big part. And where we practice. It's good that we have a grass field and a turf field. So, we was on a turf all week because the grass still saturated pretty good. So, mentally, it don't affect me. I know that for sure. I'm a defensive guy. We can play in the weather. So, we don't handle the ball very much.
Well, and you want to be able to handle it.
Right. We want to be able to handle the ball, but we get that opportunity, we'll cross that bridge when it comes.
Of course, a lot of times as you're coaching, you're doing situational things. You're getting ready for situations. Is that something that is a part of practice each day? Is if you do get an interception, you do pick up a fumble, right, how that defense converts to the offense?
It is. Something as simple as getting an interception. It's great that we can get the interception, but there's other things on the field you got to be concerned with. Who's going to block that receiver that's close to the guy that's making the interception. So little small details that we got to iron out every single day.
One of the things that I've been impressed too, we just saw Callaway High School. Their linemen have come in the front line. Like to see those big guys getting recognized. But one of the things that I've been very appreciative of this year is that we've added the running game a little bit more intensely, and those guys are moving people off the ball.
They are. They've done a great job offensively. Coach Pleasant's working with those guys around the clock. Seemed like it. He's making guys, play well. Guys who we didn't, we thought wouldn't have a chance to play. He's actually getting them in, and they're responding to him, and responding to the offense. And they have a mentality is very tough. And, we want to be tough. We want our whole team to be physical, But he's done a great job with those guys.
We're seeing a lot more play, not necessarily playing time, but a lot more time on the field. The offense is really churning out big drives down the field. A couple of big drives. Got a couple of more scores this past week. But one of the things I've really appreciated in Coach Pleasant's play calling too, and the whole offensive staff is that you are. It's almost like a title fight as the game begins. You're feeling out. You give them a shot here, shot here. I'm thinking back to the first game of the season. A lot of running, but then we let Connor begin to do what Connor has done so well over the past several years, is to kind of air the ball out. And right now he's leading USA South in passing. He's got 481 yards already on the season. He's out doing Huntington and Ferrum. Of course, Ferrum we mentioned hasn't lost a ball game right now. And Huntington, we're always up for a good game against Huntington, but. That's three quarterbacks in USA South over 450 yards, and right now Connor's leading that.
Yes, he's done a great job, and I think, Coach Pleasant's he's kind of understanding that, Connor's best asset to our team is standing in the pocket and throwing the football, and he's going to let him do that.
Although I've seen that boy run. That just blew my mind seeing that boy run out of the pocket.
He's a good runner too, believe it or not. But like I say, his best asset to us is standing there and throwing the ball, and does a great job at it. He get it to where it need to go. Probably don't need to take too many more sacks, but other than that, but he's been great.
Just looking at who he's throwing the ball to, Marcus Campbell actually is leading receivers in USA South too. And I keep mentioning that. That's a big old deal.
That's a big deal.
In your whole conference, you've got to think about all 8 teams that you're going to be playing in the season, that already 2 games of the season, you haven't even hit your conference schedule, that you're already leading stats for your conference. That's pretty awesome for Marcus. And also Fabian Ryan. Right now he's 3rd in the conference in solo tackles.
Right.
I mean, just that kind of leadership really kind of gets you excited about what's to come for the rest of the season.
Right. I look at it from a defensive perspective. Fabian, he, going into this game, he should be second in the conference in tackles. He missed a couple of them in the Berry game. But, it's a big deal when you're at the top of the list. That goes to show you that, hey, we do have talent. If we do what we're coached to do, good things will happen for us.
Kind of walking that down, we mentioned Shakir had a good ball game this past week against Barry. But, another name that I just love to call is Shamir Slappy. Shamar Slappy. Really, that kid flies around the field. He just seems to just throw his body into anything that's coming at him.
Right. Another guy who's been here 2-3 years, if they stick around, we're going to be good. You know, he's a product of, you know, really hard work. He's been dedicated to this program since day one. So, you know, we get a couple guys like that to stick with the program. I think, you know, the future is very bright for us.
I know Kyrie Page, also a young man that played a lot last year. That's I know you're counting on for some leadership too.
He is. Kyrie is. He's in every phase of our program. He's on all the special teams. He's a defensive end. He played linebacker last year. Very athletic, very explosive, and you know his best football is ahead of him.
Yep.
You know.
Well, also, I'm thinking about, you know, from a defensive end to linebacker, you're really asking for two different sets of skills. Really, you know, of course, you're trying to keep the moving the ball down the field, but two really different assignments at those two different positions.
It is. It's a little bit of a change for him mentally, but you know, at the same time, you know, it's kind of like it's the same. You know, his area of responsibility is pretty much the same. He's a contained guy. He's rushing the pass or something that he can naturally do. You know, his biggest problem now is really trying to adapt to all the different calls, the different lingo from linebacker to defensive end.
Right.
You know, so once he can make that connection, he's going to be a better defensive lineman.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing him continue to play. Now, of course, we travel to Memphis. We mentioned about the travel that's going to take place. This is a team that right now has not won a ball game in the conference. They've given up 126 points in 2 games, so we're hoping the offense is going to be able to move the ball on them. But at the same time, we want to keep them off the board too.
Right, that's correct. You know, offensively they hadn't done very much. They utilized 2 different personnels and haven't been very successful. The first game of the year they played Campbell, a 1AA team, and wasn't very successful at all. They lost about 73 points. Second game they lost to a team, and it was about 60 points. So in my mind, I'm looking for a different offense.
Right.
You know,
they got to do something.
They got to do something to kind of get the ball moving. And that's kind of what I'm preaching to my guys on defense. Hey, don't settle in to what you've been looking at the last 2 weeks. You don't know what you're going to see, you know, and don't panic when you do see something different.
Well, I'm really looking forward to that. We'll be following y'all, Coach, and look forward to next Monday. Coach, you or Steve, doesn't matter. Y'all both come if you want to. But we'll be live here from Johnny's Pizza once again to talk LaGrange College football. We want to let you know if you're looking for Tiger Talk, don't forget that's going to be at 9 o'clock tonight right here on Eagle Sports, so be sure to tune in then. Right after this show, we've got our Callaway Sports with Coach Pete Wiggins and Brandon Brooks. We'll have LaGrange High School and, then, of course, Troop High School following that. Well, folks, we really appreciate you joining us again. Once again, we're at Johnny's Pizza. We're across from LaGrange Mall right here in LaGrange, Georgia on Lafayette Parkway. Come on out here, enjoy the food. It's a great time. We also have Thursday night football tonight, so come out here and watch that with us. Well, for Coach, for Coleman, and for Tucker and the folks back at the station, we appreciate you, and we'll see you next week on the radio.
Thanks for listening to the LaGrange College Coaches Corner on WELR, Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com with Jack Mormon and head coach Steve Pardue.
What will 2017 bring for LaGrange College graduates? That's a fairly easy question. Before they even received their diplomas, an impressive 70% of our 2016 senior class had already accepted a job or a graduate school offer. At LaGrange College, you'll discover your calling and prepare for a life of professional and personal success. Apply online. It's free. And then plan a campus visit. Go to lagrange.edu or call 800-593-2885.
Okay, I've got to get up, get ready for work, get the kids so they don't sleep all day, go to work.
At the Medicine Cabinet, we understand busy. That's why we like to save our customers time. We offer home delivery inside city limits, a drive-through, and no long lines to wait in. We get you in and out as soon as possible. We have 2 great locations to better serve you. Our Vernon Street location is home to our famous soda shop. So come in, enjoy a milkshake, hot fudge sundae, or a lemon sour. Also, check out our gift shop that offers children's clothing, toys, books, jewelry, and more. The Medicine Cabinet is a locally owned pharmacy, plus a little more.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Everywhere you look on your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you want it. But keeping your active campus clean and looking its best isn't easy. Nonetheless, National makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow National to ensure your campus from top to bottom, inside and out, is always perfect and spotless. Parents and students alike give us a 4.0, and we settle for nothing less. You'll like having National on the job.
Visit us at teamnational.com to see what National can do for you.
Kemp's Carpet, your locally owned and operated carpet professional since 1977. Owned by Gerald Kemp and his sons, Brett and Jeff. They are your Mohawk, Shaw, and Armstrong certified flooring dealer with a huge inventory of carpet and vinyl flooring. They have a wonderful installation crew that gets the job done right, so you'll be enjoying your flooring for years and years. So drop in and pick it out. They'll measure and get a free estimate to you quick. Kemp's Carpet, located at 1287 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or on the web at daltonwest.com. And you can like them on Facebook at Kemp's Carpet.
It's time now for the Callaway Cavaliers Coaches Corner on WELR, Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now live to Johnny's New York Style Pizza in LaGrange to give you the inside scoop on Callaway Cavaliers football.